بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبعد سبحانك ربنا لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا وإخلاصا وتجردا وتواضعا يا رب العالمين. Inshallah, we continue with our Khawatir, and because of the beginning of the year we mentioned the roadmap and the 5 things that we want, inshallah, to achieve as Muslims in this part of the world. And we mentioned 5 things. And the first one is, which one? Yes, we want the Muslim individual, al-fard al-Muslim. And why this, my brothers and sisters? Because really, it's a necessity. It's not an option. It's not something that we have a choice. Because without the Muslim individual, people, they're gonna act on the default. Wallahi, subhanallah, just you go and drive and you see how much anger people are having, how much impatient, how much this. And by the way, this is the default. And I told you the default is easy to do. So we want the Muslim individual. And the Muslim individual that we are looking for is somebody in the term of Sharia called Salih Muslih. Somebody who's good in himself or herself, but also try to make others good. Or in other terms, somebody who has the 4 dimensions covered. Now, usually I recite the Khatera in the Isha. I didn't do it tonight. Who can tell me there are some verses in the Quran that speaks about this 4 dimensions? Can somebody tell me? Huh? Anyone? $20. When Yusuf? Hiding. Oh, okay. Ya Allah, I'm going to keep my $20. So my brother, with surah, if I say surah, khalas. If I say surah, you have to give me $10. So this, and subhanallah, we overlook these verses. And no. Just let me keep my $20. This is the story of Luqman and his son. Subhanallah. Yani when you read this story, you see the 4 dimensions. And what are the 4 dimensions? 3 inside you, which is your mind, your heart, your nafs, and your body. You see these verses cover this, subhanallah. And it starts with, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It starts with what? وَلَقَدْ. The story, only the wasiyah. And he called it wasiyah. Or maw'idha. And imagine a maw'idha and wasiyah, an advice from a father. Anybody can cheat you in life, except your parents. Except your parents. That's why we don't like them. Why we don't like our parents? Because they advise us. And human nature, the default, ولكن لا تحبون إيش؟ الناصحين. قد نصحت لكم ولكن لا تحبون الناصحين. Because the nasih, the one who gives the advice, goes against your ego, against the default. And it starts by saying, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد آتينا لقمان الحكمة. And certainly we have gave Luqman the wisdom. What does it mean? What is the first lesson you learn here? The credential of the one who's going to do the tarbiyah. He has to have some credential. Unfortunately today, anybody is teaching. You need to be careful from where you are taking your knowledge, from where you are taking your information about your deen. As in the time of the Sahaba, they used to say what? إِنَّ هَذَا الْأَمْرَ دِينٌ فَانْظُرُوا عَمَّنْ تَأْخُذُونَ دِينَكُمْ. This matter is deen. You have to be sure from whom you are getting your deen. People are getting left and right. No. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is establishing the credibility for Luqman, that he is qualified to give the tarbiyah. And of course, in this case, he's the father. And that's how it should be, by the way. Unfortunately, as parents, we don't do that anymore because ourselves, we didn't get it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala established that Luqman has what? Hikmah, the wisdom. And what is the wisdom? The wisdom is the fruit of the knowledge. Yani to say the right things in the right time, to the right person. If you miss one of these three, you don't have wisdom. Yeah, you need to be careful. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةَ. Then the Quran summarized the whole wisdom in one thing. What? أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِلَّهِ. A wise person is somebody who is grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If somebody is ungrateful, he's not wise, regardless how much he speaks, how much he has, how much. أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِلَّهِ. وَمَنْ يَشْكُرْ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ. So that is the introduction. And Allah is telling us, that is the people that you should take your deen from. So if you are lucky to find somebody to guide you, that is the best gift Allah gives you in this life. Otherwise, people now, their teachers are what? Are the books. And Imam al-Ghazali said, whosoever his teacher is the book, shaitan will be his teacher. Because the book cannot speak, cannot tell you and answer your question that you have in mind. You just read. I was talking to a brother, you go to the university, you pay high tuition. You are pay high tuition for what? We said it many times, for the teacher. It's not for the book. The book is only $150. But you're paying $4,000 or more for the teacher because he explained the book. Even the Quran, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ. Allah made the Quran easy, but Allah sent the teacher with it. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الذِّكْرَ إيش؟ لِتُبَيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ مَا نُزِّلَ إِلَيْهِمْ. So look, the wisdom of Luqman. Now he's going to build his son. And building something, you start always with what? Like this building. You're going to start with what? Foundation first. You don't start with the roof. Where are you going to put the roof without foundation, without walls, without... He started with the foundation. And what is the foundation in our deen? Tawheed, Aqidah. That is the foundation. That is the beginning. And also this is the wasiyah of the Prophet ﷺ to Mu'adh ibn Jabal. When he sent him to Al-Yaman, he said, you're going to go to Al-Yaman and you're going to find people of the book over there. إِنَّكَ تَأْتِي أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ. Why? Because the Jews used to live in Al-Yaman. And he said, the first thing you invite them to is what? Shahadat. Wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So he started by telling him, and look, subhanallah, and my brothers, and do this with your children. It's never too late. The way you talk. And look, subhanallah, this intimate relationship. وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِبْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ. أيوة بُنَيَّ. In the Arabic language, they call it أسلوب تحبيب, to attract his heart. I don't think there is translation of Ya Bunayya. Translation, oh my son. It's better than, hey, you don't listen? Or something, what's wrong with you? Sometimes we use some names. No. Ya Bunayya. And he presented in a way with a negation and an affirmation. Ya Bunayya la tushrik billah. Negation. Do not associate anybody with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. The greatest injustice is shirk. And we spoke about this. And sometimes we overcome this. The person who's committing the greatest dhulm, by default, he's going to commit the minor dhulm, the minor injustice. That is by default. Because the nature, the default of the human being was, وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. The default is to commit the other injustice, which is to oppress other human being like him. يا بني لا تشرك بالله. Do not associate anybody with Allah. إن الشرك لظلم عظيم. Shirk is the greatest injustice. There is nothing more than that. And what is shirk? Shirk, mashallah, you study the aqidah. But I will put it in a very simple way. A shirk, associating something with Allah, when you bring Allah to the level of His creation, or you are taking the creation to the level of Allah. That's it. That's shirk. And Allah says about shirk what? إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَنْ يُشْرَكَ بِهِ. The only sin that the person has no chance for forgiveness if he dies committing that is a shirk. And shirk is hidden. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, when he spoke about the garment not should be below the ankle, Abu Bakr, he was a very thin person. He doesn't have nothing to do in life except pulling up his garment. So one day he came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said, Ya Rasulullah, since you say that hadith, I don't do nothing in life except my clothes. Look how they take it serious. What the Prophet said to him? He exempted him. He said, إِنَّكَ لَا تَعْمَلْهُ خُيَلًا. Doesn't apply to you because you don't do it out of arrogance. But when the Prophet ﷺ spoke about the shirk, and he was speaking about it until the Sahaba got scared. Abu Bakr, the same, he asked him. He said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the solution from shirk? He didn't tell him what he told him in the beginning. He said, no, you are exempt. He told him, say, you say, قُلْ اللهم إني أعوذ بك أن أشرك بك شيئا إيش أعلمه وأستغفرك والله I seek refuge with you from committing shirk with something that I know. And please forgive me for the things that I don't know. Sometimes you do shirk without paying attention. Sometimes just in a statement. Without you, I cannot make it. That's a shirk. Statement of shirk. You have to say without Allah, then you. So shirk in many ways, as I said. There are the apparent forms where people worshiping other people or judging but other things than Islam, and all these are type of shirk. So the first thing he told him, يا بني لا تشرك بالله إن الشرك لظلم عظيم. And why we should not associate, and I will stop here, why we should not commit shirk? Why? Why? Because nobody created you. So why you have to worship somebody else? Who created you? Allah. That's it. Why you have to commit shirk? And who provides for you? So why you need to commit shirk? إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. So the first thing that Luqman put is the foundation. He laid the foundation. When the tawheed is clean and pure, mashallah, then he will come. To that, inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. May Allah give us the wisdom, and may Allah help us to build ourselves in this 4 dimension, and may Allah help our children. Jazakumullahu khairan.